Hello chess friends. This is the game between grandmasters Maxim Vachier-Lagrave and David Navara. They played this game on a FIDE Grand Prix in Riga, and this is the knockout system of the tournament, so they're playing their first game. Maxim opens the game with the move e4. David played c6, so this is the caro-kann. Maxim played knight to f3, and then we have d5. This is not the main line. Main line goes with the move after e4 and c6, d4, d5, and then white can choose between knight to c3 or move e5. But they choose the line with the two knights, so knight to f3, d5, and then knight to c3. Black played bishop to g4, and then h3, bishop capture on f3, queen capture on f3. And then knight goes to f6, bishop to e2, and e6. This is a very stable pawn structure for black, and he's playing only with the dark color bishop, so he can develop the bishop on the square d6 or square e7, so that will be a very good position for him. And after white played the castle, he chose to develop this bishop from the square f8 to c5. Not so typical move, but he chose this diagonal. And then white is struggling with the move d4, so he needs support for that pawn, and then he moved the rook to d1 with the idea to play d4 next move. So black wants to stop that idea, and he played bishop to d4, and then queen goes to f4. Idea of that move, queen f4, is to capture on a d5 that will open the queen attack, and queen will attack the bishop on the square d4. So in this position black played the move e5, which will attack the queen and protect the bishop. So queen goes to g3, attacks the pawn on g7, and then black capture on e4. White is able right now to capture the pawn on g7, but that will create a very strong attack for a black after rook to g8, queen to h6, rook to g6, queen to h4, and in the future black can organize strong attack on the pawn on the square g2. So after the move d capture on e4, white played d3. His idea is to sacrifice one pawn, but in return he's playing with a very good rook on the d1, so that will open the d file, and he's much faster in developing. So e capture on d3, bishop capture on d3, and then knight from b to d7 was played. So knight goes to e2, attacks the bishop. Black played the castle, and then bishop goes to f5. White wants to increase the pressure on d4, so knight to c5 was played, and then bishop goes to h6, threat to mate with the queen on g7. So black needs to protect that, and he can do that with the knight in two ways. Knight can be moved on the square e8 or on the square h5. So also he can play move g6, but then this rook is hanging. But first white will capture on the d4, and then when e captures d4, queen goes to e5, attacks the knight here. After knight e6, he can capture on e6. When pawn capture, bishop will capture the rook, and if queen capture, rook capture d4. So it is clear exchange up for white. But so after this bishop to h6 move, knight to h5 was played, queen is under attack, and queen goes to g4, attacks the knight. Queen goes to d6, threat to capture the bishop, and here Maxim recognized that it is the best to simplify position and just capture on h5. So black needs to capture the bishop and then trade queens, capture on h6, pawn capture on h6, and material is equal right now, but it is white to move, and he can trap the bishop in the middle of the board on the square d4. So he just played move c3 that will imprison the bishop, and black cannot save that bishop with any of his moves, so he will lose the piece, and white will be playing with a clear piece up for him. So in this position Navara simply resigned because he didn't know what to do. He can support with the rook, like rook d8, but then white will capture on the d4, and it is a clear winning position for white, and in this position Navara resigned the game. So that was the game 1 from their match. We will see what will happen in the next game, And I hope that this game analysis was instructive for you. If that is true, please let me know that in the comment section below. And thank you for watching this game analysis. See you in the next video. Bye bye.